Good evening and welcome to the evening news. I am Hadiza Bala. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to digital public infrastructure as a tool to enhancing the transformation of service delivery to all Nigerians. The president emphasized the critical role digital identity plays in the socio-economic development of nations. President Tinubu was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, gave the commitment in his remarks during the celebration of the 6th National Identity Day, which was organized by the National Identity Management Commission. The president noted that the theme of this year's Identity Day, digital public infrastructure enabling access to the services, underscores the critical role that digital identity plays in the nation's development. President Tinubu said his administration's 8-point agenda is intrinsically linked to the success of the nation's digital identity initiatives. He stressed that by leveraging DPI, Nigeria can streamline service delivery, reduce bureaucratic bottlenecks, and ensure that government programs reach those who need them most. Petroleum marketers in Nigeria says they are standing in limbo over the controversy surrounding Dangote refinery fuel pricing as released by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. This comes as the petroleum marketers demanded that Dangote refinery should disclose the price it sold petrol to NNPCL for transparency. According to Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority latest data, marketers also noted that the country cannot depend on domestic petrol production to satisfy its daily consumption, which stood at 50 million naira. The president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Abubakar Maigandi, made this demand. It will be recalled that NNPCL announced a list of retail prices of Dangote petrol across its outlets nationwide. The new petrol prices show that petrol will be sold at 950 naira per litre in Lagos State. Oyo and other southwest states will pay 950 naira per litre for petrol, while in Federal Capital Territory, Kano, Kaduna, petrol price will stand at 999 naira per litre. However, Dangote Group faulted an NPCL but did not disclose the actual price it sold its inaugural petrol. The development resulted in a petrol price controversy, which further worsened the crisis in the sector. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said that fuel subsidy removal, lower import bills, and increased external debt servicing obligations could pose downside risk for the growth of external reserves by 2024-2025. CBN disclosed this in its monetary, credit, foreign trade, and exchange policy guidelines for fiscal years 2024-2025. The Apex Bank also projected a positive economic output growth in Nigeria by 2024-2025 based on continued policy support in the agriculture and oil sectors, reforms in the foreign exchange markets, and the effective implementation of the Finance Act 2023 and the 2022-2025 Medium-Term National Development Plan. The bank added that the sustained monetary policy tightening by central banks across advanced economies increases the risk of capital outflow, and Nigeria's output growth is expected to maintain a positive trajectory in 2024-2025. However, the outlook mirrors the efforts of the CBN in continuously monitoring emerging vulnerabilities and risks in the system, including periodic stress tests, examination exercises, and the provision of risk mitigants. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board says it has concluded arrangements to fully automate its services to reduce physical contact with candidates as part of measures to prevent extortion and enhance service delivery. JAMB Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede said this had become important given that many of the candidates who take the UTME are underage. Professor Oloyede explained that limiting physical contacts would address issues of extortion and exploitation, stating that the board had received a series of reports bordering on some unwholesome practices. He added that a team had been deployed to investigate the claims, promising to make the findings known to all. He urged students who had accused some JAMB officials and other operatives such as TBT centers of extortion in the name of regularization or other services to provide credible evidence, adding that any star found culpable would face the full wrath of the law. The federal government has commenced training youths in compressed natural gas conversion as part of efforts to empower Nigerian youths and reduce the country's reliance on imported fuels. Special Assistant to the President on Youth Initiative, Honorable Titi Lokpe Badamosi, and Director General of the National Automotive Design and Development Council, Mr. Joseph Osanipin, led a two-day event tagged Harnessing Youth Potentials and Career Prospects in the Nigerian automotive sector with a focus on the compressed natural gas conversion value at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja. The event highlighted the environmental and economic advantages of CNG technology, including reduced emissions, lower environmental impact, and cost savings. According to Honorable Badamosi, the Office of Youth Initiatives is committed to preparing young Nigerians for career opportunities in the CNG sector, emphasizing the importance of harnessing local expertise in CNG technology. She also reaffirmed the office's commitment to ensuring that Nigerian youths are well prepared for the growing CNG industry. President Bola Tinubu says a plan is underway to create a disaster relief fund to take care of natural disasters, such as the one that wreaked havoc in Maiduguri. President Tinubu spoke after inspecting some of the flooded areas and visited one of the 36 camps where the displaced persons are quartered. He made the proposal at the Borno government's house in Maiduguri after visiting the Sheikh of Borno Alhaji Abubakar Ibn Umar Garba El Kanemi. He suggested that a small percentage of cash from the Federation accounts and private sector contributions can make up the relief fund. President Tinubu commended Governor Zulum for his prompt intervention and the theater command of the military for the evacuations that saved many lives. The United Nations has announced the donation of a $6 million fund in support of the Maiduguri flood victims in Borno State. According to a statement, the United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator in Nigeria, Muhammad Fall, said a joint mission comprising UN agencies and non-governmental organizations alongside the Nigerian Red Cross Society visited Maiduguri. Mr. Fall stated that the team met with people who had been impacted and had been displaced multiple times by conflicts and insecurity in the area. The coordinator noted that the organization and their partners are providing the victims with hot meals and facilitating airdrops of food in hard-to-reach areas cut off by flood waters. He also said the organization is providing water, sanitation, hygiene services, and water purification tablets, as well as emergency health and shelter services to stem disease outbreaks. He added that the staff of the United Nations Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs are working closely with donors to secure additional funding. And now to sports, the Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Eno, has expressed his deep admiration for the impressive display of talent at the ongoing National Youth Games in Asaba. Senator Eno praised the young athletes, highlighting the extraordinary potential being unearthed at this year's event. Senator Eno lauded their achievement, emphasizing the importance of identifying and supporting such talents at an early stage. The minister reiterated the ministry's commitment to developing grassroots support and ensuring that platforms like the National Youth Games continue to serve as breeding grounds for the next generation of national champions. Among the many young stars shining bright is the youngest female chess player in Nigeria, Isabella Ichado, who stand out of the competition at age 8. The minister, however, said young athletes like Isabella are proof of the immense potential that exists in the country, noting that she is an inspiration not only because of her skill, but also her dedication to the game at such a young age. And on the foreign scene, Mali's leader, Col Assimi Goita, his Nigerian counterpart, General Abdurrahman Tichiani, along with Burkina Faso's leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, are set to launch a new biometric passport in the coming days as part of their withdrawal from the wider regional bloc ECOWAS. Following the coups, West African countries sanctioned the juntas, aiming to push them to quickly restore civilian rule. But the three nations that now form the Alliance of Sahel States have so far resisted the calls, opting to cement their alliance. Malian junta leader noted that a new biometric passport of the alliance will be put into circulation with the aim of harmonizing travel documents in their common area. Col Goita, who is the acting president of the Sahel Alliance, spoke a day before the military governments were due to mark the first anniversary since they made a decision to create their own alliance. He said they were also planning to launch a joint service that would promote a harmonious dissemination of information in 3 states. It will be recalled that Burkina Faso had earlier revealed its decision to launch a new biometric passport without the ECOWAS logo. However, it remains unclear how the new passports will affect the travel of the nationals to other ECOWAS states where they enjoyed visa-free movements as holders of a 15-nation regional passport. And that ends the evening news on OSBC TV. Join us at 7 for the major reports. Good evening.